returns with Miles and Thrill.
Coming off the exciting return of Ted versus the FCC right after emails on our question, how did you almost die? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Rick. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, hola.
Hola.
Hola. I was up fishing in Kodiak, I think it was 1980, and it was at night, stacking gear. I was up on the opposite side of the boat as everybody else was, and of course, lousy weather, wind blowing, and I was tying the pots up, and you got to suck your knees in and just use your hands so you can't hang on. I was on the outside edge of the boat, and when the boat rocked, the hydraulic, the crane surged and hit the pots on the other end. So I was like the end ball on the physics death set.
Oh, no.
I just it just knocked me off, and I reached out as quick as I could with my right hand, and all I caught was the tip of the middle finger. And it held, obviously, or I wouldn't be here. And the water was between, 29, 35 degrees. And the Coast Guard used to tell us we had 3 to 5 minutes in the water if the shock didn't kill us.
Yeah.
And no one would have seen me because I was out of their view. And by the time they would have figured it out and turned the boat around,
you'd have been gone.
Lost cause. It was a for sure deal. So.
And you caught yourself with a single middle finger.
Single middle finger, and it sprained it, boy, but it held.
How much did you weigh at the time?
About 180 pounds.
Right, so that is pure adrenaline, because there's no way you could do it. Someone just said, hey, man, just hang your middle finger. It wouldn't happen. But
how much longer did you, how much, does that make you want to find another occupation?
Well, I guess I wasn't that smart, because it didn't.
Well, no, I'm just saying,
but sometimes, or is it just like, hey, man, those are the dangers of the job, and you just get back to it, right?
Part of the deal. I got back to it.
Okay, that's where you and I are different. But I understand your reasoning. But I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done after this run, man.
It's many close calls. I mean, many. It was ridiculous.
Now, have you ever seen anyone go overboard in the years that you were fishing?
Yeah, we were at the dock in Dutch Harbor, and one guy went over, and of course he had his insulated coat on and coveralls. And just to show you how bad it was, we were right there immediately. And he couldn't pull himself up and tried to lean over and pull him up hand over hand. And he probably weighed, 250 pounds soaking wet. And got him on board. We got him in the shower. He was with a super long hot shower. And he was cold all day long.
Yeah. I bet. How many years did you do this?
I did it like 4 years.
Okay.
What's the craziest thing you ever found in a pot?
Let's see. Usually we just found, because of the crab, octopus, and halibut.
So halibut get in there and try to eat the boat too. That seems like a small trap for the size of the halibut.
Do you, say you find a halibut in there, me personally, I think halibut's delicious. I mean, do you guys separate that and say, hey, we're cooking this bitch up later, or you just throw it back in?
Well, technically we weren't supposed to keep them, but, the halibuts usually end up dead by the time they're battering around in the spines of the king crab. So,
yeah, makes sense.
Unofficially, guys would usually dress them out, roll them up, put them in the freezer, and then we'd cook them up later.
Yeah, I would, man.
Don't waste that halibut.
If you work in that fishery, do you know why is Baird Eye snow crab so much better than, other snow crabs?
Baird Eye is better because it's a healthier specimen. For the Opelio, they're kind of this tiny little, all kinds of fungus and stuff going on them. And they don't look that appealing for starters, so it's not the best marketable product. The Baird Eye look nice and beautiful, and they call it snow crab. And the king crab legs, of course, look real impressive because they're huge.
They do. I always thought of snow crab as being snow crab, and then obviously I've watched Deadliest Catch for years, but then I only recently I realized Baird Eye was just that much better.
Yeah,
less fungus.
Baird Eye is way bigger than the little Opelios. And the Opelios, you get hundreds of them in a pot, and I won't say what we called them because they were usually a very tiny bit too short. They sort through hundreds, and they ended up anywhere from 30 to 90 after going through hundreds and hundreds. So it's
Did you have to measure each and every one of them?
Well, yeah, when they're if they even look close, you measure them because otherwise you get fined. Everybody gets fined. The skipper, the crew,
Oh, damn.
and
Yeah.
they confiscate the whole catch. Yeah,
That's
a lot of incentive not to cheat.
Yeah,
Right,
well,
yeah, of course.
Money goes a long way, man.
How did you almost die? 206-803-ROB.
Hello, Doug. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
I've been listening to you guys for 17 years. My first time calling in.
Oh, nice, man.
Oh, we appreciate that, man.
Yep. You guys helped me through some hard times in high school, so I appreciate it.
Also known as high school.
Yeah. Now you're married with kids.
Not married anymore. Still got the kids though.
All right, okay. All right.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it. Get married, have kids.
So you can move on. I'm just going to take this kid and we're going to grow up.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I went to culinary school in early